Hello fellow traders, we continue to compare strategies with each other and filling out our championship table, and in this video we will check out the simplest strategy that was actually used in Forex 10 years ago. And of course I will conduct 100 backtesting transactions and we will find out if it is not only simple but also profitable. But before we do that, don't forget to subscribe to this channel and click on that notification bell so you won't miss any new videos. And now let's get started. So let's talk about today's strategy, and first of all we need two indicators for it, and we need envelopes. The first one, for the settings we put period of 8 and deviation 0.02. So let's talk a bit more about envelopes in general. It's quite a simple indicator actually. This line that you see in the middle, this is like simple moving average, and the period that we add here, this is the period of simple moving average here. So this lines on the sides that you see, this is deviation. This is deviation from the simple moving average on the number of settings that we put in our case it's 0.02. So this is really simple, as you can see. And the second indicator that we need is going to be RSI. Give me 1 second. We are not changing any settings in RSI. Period of 14, levels 70-30. Choose your colors. I like the central line to be blue, the main line blue. And let's look at our chart. And of course, talk about the strategy. So, basically, it is, again, quite simple. First thing that we look at, we need to see that the price moves to our peak, to the point of getting outside of deviation of RSI, of upper band or lower band. So right here we see that the price twice went outside of upper band. And after that, quite often we see the pullback of the price going down. And of course, what happens next doesn't really matter for us. We need to catch that movement after the price went outside the level of our upper band or lower band. So we are looking at that touching of the line, and the second one is RSI. RSI should show us that it went to overbought area and went back to normal level. So with the level of overbought, we can see that it's 70 out of 70 and oversold is out of 30. And in this case, for example, we see that it didn't quite get there yet with RSI, but with the second example, we see that it went outside of the level of 70 and we're expecting the price to fall down. Then we should see that the price goes back to that corridor and it should come back completely. So that means that the whole body of a candlestick should be in that level. So right here we see like the third candlestick, the third candlestick is completely there. And on the red candlestick, RSI actually comes back to the normal zone, and we open the deal for the downtrend, and of course it would be closed in black. Same goes for the uptrend, but vice versa. We need to find the touching of the candlestick. That was not a good example. Okay, yeah, this is not the best example, but good example. Two of them even. So let's talk about this one. This one is more beautiful and obvious. We see that the price was going down to the lower level of envelope and it went outside of that level, and with the same candlestick it was closed in the channel, right? We see that the RSI went back to the normal zone and the deal would be closed in black for an uptrend. And here we have similar situation. The price went outside of the level, it was kind of dancing around and it was not really good, and this candlestick is number one that was closed inside of our band. And the next candlestick shows us that the RSI is back to normal and we open the trade and it's going to be closed in black. So now what we're going to do, we're going to go to the trading view, we're going to do our backtesting with 100 deals and see how the strategy shows itself. But before I start backtesting, I would like to tell you about my project. I have been teaching people in my online trading academy for a long time, and you probably ask, how does my school differ from any other? And the answer is actually quite simple, at least because the course of my lessons is available to everyone, and it's absolutely free of charge. By joining my school, you will have access to all of my video tutorials as well as constant personal support from me and your supervisor. So simply text me on my Telegram and become a part of our community. Oh my god, guys, finally we are done with all 100 trades and backtesting, and let's look at the results. And the results are actually amazing. $1,520 in profit. Win rate is 64%. This is not the highest win rate, right? Out of everything that we have seen already, but with the fact that this is the simplest strategy ever, this is an amazing result. And now we are going to compare this strategy with every other strategy that we have already tested, and after that we will go to Quotex, we will do a real trading session, and I will look, maybe we can make this strategy even better with like exponential moving average. I don't know, we will see. Maybe that will make the win rate better. Maybe engulfing patterns, I don't know. We will find some additional confirmations as always, and we will get our win rate up to 70%. Hopefully. But looking at every other strategy, this is taking the place number 5. But again, this is the simplest strategy and this is an amazing result. Even the fact that it gives us profit, it is still chef's kiss, a good result. Alrighty guys, we're getting to Quotex and let's get started. So indicators we have already added. I showed you settings at the beginning of the video, and with the platform expiration time is 3 minutes as always, and amount of money that I'm using is 2%. It's around like $100 in my case. So let's start trying to find the entry points where we can do it. Right here was a good one, but we missed it. So let's start it. We have a lot of available currency pairs, and let's try to make it a bit dynamic today. Okay, see, so the first trade is going to be opened here. We can see that the previous candlestick went outside of the top enveloped level and it went back down, and the next candlestick we are entering the deal for the downtrend, and let's see if that was a mistake. Okay, so why are you not closing? But it's supposed to be closed, but it's not showing the animation of closing. Finally, thank you. And the first deal is actually closed in black. You know, good start, a great start, because as you can see, the price went down as we prognosed it. So let's move on to deal number 2. Okay guys, so we're gonna enter the second trade here. RSI is not quite getting out of the oversold area, but at the same time it was close enough. Again, that's as usual a bit risky, just how I like it, but the situation doesn't look that bad because we don't have obvious downtrend, and I think that we have all the chances to close this deal in black, so let's see. Okay, the second trade is also closed in black, even though our side wasn't there quite yet, but the deal was closed a bit early. We should have done the second candlestick, but I didn't wait for it. But still, we got the money here. Let's continue trying to find new entry points. Okay guys, so number 3 is going to be opened right here. We can see the touching of the line, the previous candlestick went outside of the envelopes, and of course RSI was there just for a couple of seconds in the area of oversold and went back to normal. What I'm not really a big fan of in this case is the fact that we have a quite obvious downtrend than in like a previous case. So that means that this one is much more riskier, but we still have all the signs of our strategy working here. So let's see what's gonna happen. Welp. In this case, unfortunately, the deal is closed in red, and for some reason it's glitching today, but still, we know that this trade is closed in red. I added exponential moving average with a period of 150, and of course, after that, I can definitely see that it's a really risky trade with a downtrend, and unfortunately we lost. Next one is gonna be used with exponential moving average. I will increase the amount of money up to 4%, and I hope we're gonna get the money back from this loss. Oh my goodness, finally I found an entry point. The RSI is not perfect yet, but we are still higher than moving average, which means it's an uptrend. Oh my god. And if we look at the structure in general, we can see that it's a really good uptrend with really deep pullbacks. So I believe that this movement was a deep pullback again. I was expecting the best candlestick here, so I believe that the green one after the red dodgy candlestick is the confirmation that we've been waiting for, and we have 3 minutes to wait and see how it's going to be done. All right guys, so the trade is closed in black. $392 we got from this trade, and the price shoot it up, so we did a good job. Well, I can say that this strategy proved to be more than excellent, and once again I would add EMA and engulfing pattern to this strategy, so we will get a higher win rate. And I will actually conduct a separate backtesting with the settings and share the results in my academy. So if you are interested, text me on my Telegram and join our community. And by the way, I also advise you to watch my last video if you haven't seen it yet, because there I tested the strategy, which is now occupying the first place in the table. But that's gonna be it for us for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Bye bye.